Hi, it's Gail the Planning Girl. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be working in my big Teacher Happy Planner. I have my black ink Joy pen to the side. I don't know if I'll be using it, but I have it ready. When I was at school looking through my planner, I was thinking to myself, I needed this. I can't remember off the top of my head why just yet, but I've got it off to the side. These are adhesive snap-in tabs where you peel off the backing. This whole piece is a sticker and these will snap in. I have the Happy Memory Keeping sticker book. I have my schedule and of course my big One Happy Year Teacher Planner. There is a video on how I set this up for the 2019-2020 school year and I'll link that at the end. Let me see if I can go through and share some things without showing things that I shouldn't show on camera. I know off the top that there's the name of the school right here, so I want to skip that. Let me open to here. I inserted this page. This is a cover sheet. Yeah. And it has a floral on one side and these stripes on the other. I had purchased this cover sheet on clearance about this time last year, so somewhere in July or August of 2018 at a Hobby Lobby store, which is where I had purchased my teacher planner last year on clearance. And I actually had gotten everything for under $10 and I was thrilled to death about that. And I used the teacher planner from a 2017-2018 school year on clearance. I redated it for my 2018-2019 school year, and that's how I gotten it so cheaply. I opted to get a new planner this year because I thought my schedule was going to change, and I'll talk to you about that a little bit. So I had used a label maker here, and I used some adhesive tabs from the Happy Planner to stick sub info on here. As you see, I don't have my sub letter yet. I have to do that still at school, and then I'll use my big punch and I will punch it and slip it in right here. This is a sheet of scrapbook paper. It was a 12 by 12 sheet of scrapbook paper. I cut it down to size. I punched it last year, and again, I used a label maker at school, and these are IEPs. Behind here are my 7th and 8th grade IEPs from last school year that are still in play for this school year. They have not yet expired or need to be updated. So those are here. And what I will do with those is add the 6th grade ones when I get to school. And the information is available to us. It's not quite ready yet. So here's August. I did add a bookmark. I love these half sheet bookmarks. I like to have the current month ready to go. And I did put some sticky notes there from last year's planner. I added, well, if you turn the page, these are the inserts. I taped this page together because that was not a school week. And I added another bookmark here. I love this one. It's going to be my daily bookmark. I took a sticker that says lesson planning and put it at the top. Last year, I did not use these inserts. I did not use these guts. At my school, we are required to type our lesson plans and share them on a Google Drive. So what I would then do is print that hard copy out for myself. I keep the hard copy in a folder on my desk. I look at it every morning, figure out what I'm teaching that day. When I'm done teaching that lesson, I check it off. I had all of 7th grade, all of 8th grade, and all of 6th grade in one double period block schedule class for the past several years. So it was fine to do it that way. This year, however, my schedule has changed, and I'm going to have 2 sections each of 7th and 6th grade because those classes are 30 plus kids. I'm going to have 1 section of 8th grade. So although I'll be teaching both sections of 7th grade the same unit, I'm only going to print that unit out once. And my thought is if one class gets ahead or behind, I can keep track here on the daily of where I left off or what I need to do. Just a little note for myself. Now, I tried that a couple of school years ago and I didn't need it. But by the same token, I was still teaching the full class at once. So I would just keep notes to myself on the typed plan. So my thought for this school year is to use these inserts, my period 1 7th grade, my period 2 7th grade, and then write myself a note if I need to. For example, maybe we needed more grammar time, or we didn't finish reading chapter 1, or what have you. I could write myself a note. My 4th period 6th grade, my 5th period 8th grade, I may never even need to use because, again, I just have one section of 8th grade this year. My 7th period 6th grade. Then I have a remediation period, and the remediation period is one that will be open, and I'll be able to have whomever come in on whatever day for whatever that student needs. So let's say you're a student in my class and you miss a quiz on this day. On this day, I might pull you in during this last period and have you make up that quiz. So I would want to write myself a note that so-and-so needs to make up the grammar quiz, for example. So my thought process is that I'm going to create these columns and leave them as they are and label them across the top for the various classes I have. I want to put a washi strip here and then have both blocks for remediation. So my plan is to do that with washi today. And I want to do that with seasonal washi. You know, if you're a watcher of my channel, I love the beach. So what I have is a coral washi from the Happy Planner. This is from their Beach Vibes washi. And I'm going to add it. Okay, that's August. That wasn't much, was it? So let's go to September. September is more autumnal. Now, you know, as you can see, the one day I was sitting in school and I sat here and I did this business. I kind of wish I hadn't done that because I didn't use my best writing and I have stickers probably for that. So I might go back through and cut some scrapbook paper and decorate it up even further. But let's look for some fall or autumnal washi. I decided to pull this Simply Gilded washi. I don't really have any fall leaves washi. That would have been cool. I don't have any. But this, is it leopard print? From Simply Gilded will be quite nice. So I'm going to use it for the month of September. I'm going to put it just on this side of the line, I think. I'm going to leave that because I know I'm going to cover. Last night we had a parent meeting at school for the parents and the kids, and they came and they could pick their activity for 9th period. They want to do band or chorus or book club or fitness or whatever it was. And it was just a nice time. It got me really excited to see the kids. I'm in October. Let's see if I have something ghosty. I don't really have anything ghosty, but in this Happy Planner washi tape tube is this black stripe. I also have this floral that's black, you know, and black and orange. Whoops. Black and orange is good for October. So I think I'm going to use this. And I'm leaving a big tail there because I had torn that one. Whoops. I'm a subscriber to Simply Gilded, as you know, if you've been watching my channel. And I just think that Irene's items are just so feminine and beautiful. See, here's another day that it's an Act 80 day, no school for students. After I got going on there, my thought process was, well, you're probably not going to end up using these pages anyway. So if you don't use your best writing, whatever. But, you know, I need to make it my goal to use my best writing in my planner. I really do. I feel like I need to do that for myself and for you, my viewers who watch, you know, instead of my hastily scribbled whatever note to myself, just to take my time. Because, you know, I love planning and I love the stickers and I find it enjoyable. So instead of hastily scribbling myself a note, why not take my time and make it look good? So that is a personal goal. I may have said that before, but I need to get on it. So that's October. Let me put this away. I am going to use a Simply Gilded washi for November. It's this one. It's so autumnal. I love it. See, here we go again. Now the bows will be going the wrong way. They'll be sideways, but I think that'll be okay. So that's November. December. For December, I did think about using the green, the olive colored washi from Simply Gilded, but I have this one. And as you can see, some of my washis have not been open. I get them and I think, well, most of my Plan With Me's are Happy Planner products. I just really love Happy Planner. And I use the washi mostly to seal envelopes and to decorate my envelopes when I make cards. But I've seen other planners use washi in their planners to block off, you know, like a week of vacation or a day off or something like that. So I've been trying to incorporate washi. This is actually a dear day. How about it? You know what? Whoops. I'm sorry. I hit the tripod. Are you? Yep, you're still there. Let me put this up here. I live in very rural Pennsylvania, and many of our families in our area rely on getting a deer for hunting season. So they have food to feed their families. They have meat. Personally, I don't care for venison. My brothers and dad hunted when I was growing up. I'm not really a big meat person. But anyway, so yeah, so it's deer day. Haha, and there I put the deer. That's funny. I don't know that I want to put the deer down the side. Do I want to do that? I know that the kids are going to love this washi tape when they see it in my planner. Well, for kids who do see it. I might have to take this washi to school and use it on something at school. That's fine. But I think I am going to go to the olive. It will match. And it's a little thinner. This Simply Gilded washi just unspools and tears so lovely, and it just has such a nice feel. All right, folks, January. Seeing again. I wrote. I guess it's okay. Do you ever go ahead in your planner and do something that you're thinking, what was I thinking? Why did I do that? This is one of those times. So here is another Simply Gilded washi. This is a snowflake washi. For January. Are you a teacher and watching this video? How do you set up your planner? Do you have any tips or tricks? I think at this point, most teachers probably have to have electronic lesson plans. I mean, if my little rural school has to, I would think that most people do. So is a paper planner antiquated? What do you think? I obviously don't think it is. I would need a calendar, and before Happy Planner, I used this little tiny 3x5 job we got from the union. And it was very tiny and hard to fit all of the stuff I had to write, meetings and IEPs and assemblies and when grades were due and that kind of thing. So I was purchasing a calendar probably about this size. Let me find something for February. So yeah, I'm thrilled to use the monthly calendar parts for Happy Planner. I definitely need the space. This is another Happy Planner washi. It was the tube I had gotten the black out of for the October. I want to use this pink with gold polka dot. I find it's very important, if you're a new teacher out there, that would be a tip. It's very important to note everything. I jot down everything. Parent phone calls, I keep an electronic document for that. I save all my emails in a folder. You know, if a kid is absent, like I was showing you, and needs to take a quiz or whatever, all of that stuff you should jot down and keep track of. Because you never know, you know, you might be saying to yourself, hey, you need to take the big test. And you remember, oh yeah, that's right, you were absent for 2 days. No, you don't need to take the big test. You know, you just need to, it's good for you and it's good for your students. So I definitely have a March washi I want to use. I recently purchased this basket. It's a fabric basket. It's very pretty. I got it from TJ Maxx. And inside here are many of my washi's from Simply Gilded. And before I started, I went through and unzipped ones I thought I would use. I know there is one in here. Here it is. This is the one I want to use for March. Let me show you. It came in the Lucky, I want to say maybe it was last February 2019 sub box. I could be wrong, but I like it because it reminds me of Lucky Charms, and it does have rainbows and shamrocks, so it'll be perfect for March. So let's do that. Get this out of the way. Isn't that pretty and fun? You know, it's very soothing sitting here doing all of these. April has Easter, and I used the Juniper Easter washi. I have this Heidi Swapp tape, which I thought was quite pretty, and it has a yellow in it. I got it because I really like the cherries too. And that glitter. That glitter's pretty. So since there's yellow here, I'm going to use yellow. Yellow is my favorite color. It'll be nice and bright and sunny for April. I picked out 2 washi. Let's see which one I'm going to select. There's pink. I think I might use this one. This was the very first washi I ever purchased from Simply Gilded. And I think it's quite lovely. And I think it also goes quite well with May. And the last week of school. I highly doubt I need to separate this out because the last week is usually activities, but begin how you mean to end. All right, so I've got all of that washi set. Let's go back to August. Now, I need to label across the top. My thought originally was to use the numbers from this book, which I don't usually redate my planners, and so I have a lot of books with months and number stickers that I don't use. However, I'm just going to use the 1, the 2, the 4, the 5, and the 7. And I think there's like 36 weeks of school. So I'm not sure how that will work. I have lots of different ones, but then I would be all out of those numbers forever. So I also have Planner Basics Mini, which you know I'm using up. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of 2s there. You know, plenty of weeks of 2s. So I thought I would try working with these first. I labeled this with my schedule, and I also brought my schedule. So I need period 1. That needs to go down just a tiny bit lower because it's so tall. And I need period 2. Period 4. Period 5. Whoops, he's a little, let me fix him. I got a little bubble there, and he was crooked. There we go. And period 7. Okay. And then I can erase all those other things. So that's how that's going to go down. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7.